Hey guys, welcome to the Schultz Family Farms YouTube channel. I'm Craig Schultz, fifth generation family farm in Southwest Michigan. This is video one of what hopefully is going to be quite a few videos. You're gonna go along with me from start to finish this growing season and show you what we do here on our farm. I know there's a lot of guys, or a few guys throughout the country that do this same kind of thing, and thought it might be interesting for you to see what we do here on our farm. So today is April 9th, day after Easter. We are getting started spreading fertilizer. This is day one for us. We always start with potash. It takes the longest to kind of break down and bind with the soil, so we start with that. So I'll show you a little bit about what we got going on here. It's a John Deere 4365 dry fertilizer applicator. So these are the screens here. Got your prescription map. This field that I'm sitting in currently has already been done. Then this one here has your spreader functions, belt speed, rate, totals, map, auto steer, all that kind of stuff. And then I run my iPad in here so you can kind of see what that field was, the prescription called for, and then we applied it there. We haul the fertilizer in our semis. This one happens to be a hopper bottom. The truck back there is our dump trailer. We have a Doyle field loader. It's a fully self-contained for specifically for fertilizer, and it's that's how we unload it from the hopper bottom into the spreader here. So I'm gonna hop out and load up, and I'll show you guys how that works. Out a load, a spreader truck load out of the back hopper already, so we probably won't quite get the truck full, but it takes about 4 minutes to load that. So we used to use a old grain auger to do this, and this is so much more efficient. Doesn't take another unit to run the auger. It's all self-contained, built for fertilizer, so everything on it is stainless steel. One of the coolest parts of this thing is this hydraulic mover. So when you want to move it out from underneath the truck, these controls right here will control the wheel, front, back, turn, lift it up and down. Makes it really handy for getting it under the hopper trailers like that. So you can see now we've got a decent pile. I usually put, you could probably get about 12 tons of potash in here, but I usually only do about 7 or 8 just to be a little easier on the truck. It takes quite a few acres. I think this morning I put just close, right close to 6 ton in there, and it took 80 acres worth of ground to get that fertilizer out. So you're bouncing across 80 acres and just try and keep some of the weight off the truck. So this is something that we do at the start of the season. It's called a bulk density gauge, and what it does is weighs this little sample of fertilizer, and you fill this cone up, and it tells you how many pounds per cubic feet the fertilizer is in weight. So get that filled up to the top, and then it's gonna be tough to do with one hand, but it's got this weight and then this level, which has been bouncing around in the truck for a while, so a little tough to see. But you slide that over and you hold it by the ring like this, and once it's level, there's some markings. I don't know if you can see it on there, but it tells you the pounds in cubic feet. Now with dry fertilizer like this, a lot of times it doesn't change all that much, maybe by only a pound or two, but we still like to verify it because I'll show you in the settings on the computer. If you don't have, the computer doesn't know how much the fertilizer weighs, it doesn't know how to accurately dispense it. So if you go into here, right there, your product density, pounds per cubic foot. So I just verified it is 68 pounds. We are doing potash, so the numbers on that is 0060. They were just doing straight potash, but we are doing a prescription. So I'm gonna hop out and show you guys a little bit about how the truck works, and then we'll go spread. So like I said before, this is a 4365 dry fertilizer applicator. Its only purpose is to apply dry fertilizer and lime. We do lime with this. We do have the single bin, so all we have to do is switch a couple things in the back to switch to lime. Deere has changed the numbers now. I believe it's called an 800R, which we actually do have one coming in July. So this one is traded in. We're using it for the rest of the season, and then we have a new one coming. But basically it's a 8R tractor cab in the front, and then a new reader box in the back, and then this is where the fertilizer comes out the belt right there. So you set your gate opening, tell your computer what your gate opening is set to, set your spinner frame front to back. You can kind of move this front to back and it adjusts your spread pattern. We just have it set at 3.5. That's what the book says, and it's all hydraulically powered. So to change the rate, the computer changes the rate by speeding up and slowing down the belt. So that's a little bit of how the truck works. Let's go spread. So this is the field we're going to be spreading here. It's actually a pretty big field, but the agronomist has it split up into several different fields separated by ditches. So that is the prescription that we are gonna apply right there. So you can see it's only this little zone here, a little corner here, and a little corner there. So we are not going to be running across every acre in this field. We are going to go by what the prescription maps say. That's based off of soil tests that were taken in October after harvest and sent through a lab, analyzed, and then we tell the agronomist what crop is going on this field, and they fine-tune the prescription for that crop. So to set up the prescription, we first choose the location. This is our bin field, so you select that. It switches over down here as well. So the old field is on the right, new field on the left. Go into setup. We got to select our prescription. So we were in the A-frame. Now we are in the bins field. Nope, that's the DAP prescription. Potash. Does its thing for a minute, and then you can see there, it's not exactly the same colors, but those zones match up with the zones from the agronomist. Hit go, and you can see here, so you can see it better here, the black gets 0. The blue, and we are actually sitting down here by this little flag button, denotes that it gets some sort of rate, and then you up here can see that we are sitting in a 150 pound RX zone. So you start the hydraulic system, and that starts the spreader or spinners, sorry, and we're at idle now. So then give it some engine RPMs and it goes up, and then it will regulate itself. So the spinners are set to maintain 700 RPMs, and the belt, so your belt speed is here, and that is obviously 0 because we're not moving. So you have this is your master belt switch to turn it on, and that's your auto steer button, and we will do some spreading. So it'll beep when it turns on, and then it'll beep when it turns off. So we just hit that zone where it's a 0, and we'll go over here and hit this little corner out by the road, and then we'll work our way back. So the reason for the 2 screens is this one, so I can see the spreader and everything that it's doing, and a zoomed in version of the map. And then this one here is, we do a lot of prescriptions. Almost all of our spreading is done on prescription. So a lot of the times the fields look like this, where there's only little checkerboard areas that actually need spread. So by having the zoomed out version of the map, it keeps me from having to flip back and forth on the single screen to see, do I need to drive to that end of the field, or can I turn around here and save time, fuel, and ultimately money. I usually border the zones like this and almost create like end rows, and then we do back and forth just like you would in a planter or a sprayer or combine or anything. So that's not a very big zone, so we'll kind of loop around, and these rows run east and west, so we just hit that on the north-south side. We'll go in here and we will select our east-west auto steer line. Those are also pre-populated. I do those in the off season to save time, increase efficiency when it's time to go. So now we're on auto steer. The computer knows where we're at. We are in this zone. We're coming up on a 0, and it will shut itself off. You can leave the master switch on because the computer will not apply unless the prescription tells it to. So that's a little bit of how that works. Hopefully you liked this video. I'm not going to make it too long and boring. Going to do kind of this same thing a couple times a week, as long as it's exciting stuff. I'm not going to bore you with sitting in the office and milling around the shop and that kind of stuff. But if we're doing something cool and exciting that you guys would like to see, we'll be doing a video on it. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a great day.